In just a few hours, President Trump will announce his nominee for the U.S. Supreme Court, a decision that could have major implications in the debate over abortion. Now, local advocates on both sides of the issue are weighing in on what could happen next. Eyewitness News reporter Kim Kalunian joins us from the State House now with local coverage. Kim?
Well, Shannon, a growing number of politicians, including Governor Gina Raimondo, are calling on the General Assembly to return here to the State House this summer to codify the right to abortion into Rhode Island state law. But the House Speaker says that's not going to happen.
We believe now is the time to act before something drastic happens.
With changes imminent on the U.S. Supreme Court, pro-choice advocates in Rhode Island are trying to lock in a woman's right to abortion, calling on the General Assembly to take up and pass the so-called Rhode Island Reproductive Health Care Act, a bill that would repeal old abortion laws and ensure abortions remain legal in Rhode Island even if Roe v. Wade is overturned. Craig O'Connor of Planned Parenthood says if the Supreme Court repeals or narrows the 1973 landmark decision, abortion in Rhode Island would not automatically be outlawed.
However, it will open up the possibility of court cases that could lead to a severe restriction or loss of the right to abortion.
Barth Bracey, leader of pro-life group Rhode Island Right to Life, says pro-choice advocates are trying to turn the state into an abortion sanctuary, arguing nothing needs to be done to maintain the status quo. It is plainly evident that the possibility of abortion being made illegal in Rhode Island yet remains as remote as it is speculative. Rhode Island Right to Life hopes this will happen and works hard to make this happen, but we know it will not just happen. The Reproductive Health Care Act never made it out of committee this session. House Speaker Nicholas Mattiello says they have no plans to return to the State House until the new year.
It is frustrating to think that in a state that is overwhelmingly Democratic, that the most powerful men in the General Assembly refuse to act on this issue.
And we also reached out to Senate President Dominic Ruggerio to see if he would consider reconvening the Senate this summer to consider this piece of legislation. A spokesman tells us he's currently out of town and unavailable for comment. Live at the State House tonight, I'm Kim Kalunian, Eyewitness News.